guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. I'm going to be showing you guys and playing around with the new Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette, and then I also have the 3 lip glosses that came along with this collection. So if you would like to see a eye tutorial and some swatches and then some swatches of the lip glosses as well, please keep watching. So the last couple of videos that I filmed, there's a really loud buzzing noise, and I'm pretty sure it's my vanity. I know it's my vanity mirror. So I tried moving my camera away from it. So hopefully that helps a little bit. I won't know about the buzzing sound until I go back to edit this video. So I'll probably just end up cutting this all out if it's fine. But anyways, if there is still a little bit of a buzzing noise, then I will continue to move around until I can figure out how to make that until I could figure out how I could get the camera to not pick the buzzing noise up. But anyways, I also added some lights back here that I got off of Amazon. They're super cool. They're like fairy lights, but then these bottom ones right here are like little light bulbs. So I hung those back there. I thought it would make that area a little bit more interesting. I also thought it would make it a little bit more brighter, but it didn't really do that. So hopefully they're just like nice to look at. I don't know. But anyways, so let's go ahead and get into this. This is what the palette looks like. It's super cute. I'm telling you, when I saw it online, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty, and it looks even prettier in person. I cannot wait to play with it. I love Wet n Wild eyeshadows. It says that it's coffee scented. I don't really know how I feel about that, but I guess we'll find out. It does have like a little fox thing right here, and then of course I had to bust out my coffee latte nightgown. I got this from Walmart for I think like $6. Super cute, super comfortable, perfect for this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. Okay, so it definitely smells like coffee. It's not the best scent by any means, but it's not horrible, but it's not amazing. So we'll just leave it at that. But I got my palette and the glosses from the Wet n Wild website, but you can also get this on Ulta, I saw. So this retails for $8.99, so $9, which I think is a really good deal. And then the glosses, let me just look that up real quick. The 3 glosses retail for $2.99 a piece, so $3 a piece, which I think is more than fair. So altogether, this is $3.69 plus $9, $18 for all of this. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. So this palette doesn't have a mirror or anything, but it does have the names written on the back, but you guys know how I am with that. I can never figure out which shade is which. But I think that this one right here is called Cream and Sugar, so let's go ahead and go in with that one first. It's just a matte cream shade. And I'm just using a fluffy brush. Get my things out of the way. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. Like in the crease, on my lid, everything. I mean, it's just a cream shade, but so far so good. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, but I am going to try to use the majority of these colors. Next, let's go in with this shade right there. I believe that's called Make It Double. It's just kind of like a nice, kind of like a darker nude shade. I'm going to put that directly in, oh, there's a little bit of kickback. Put that directly in my crease. I guess this can be my transition shade. That one's nice too. But yeah, there is a little bit of kickback in the palette. So far so good. I just want to tell you guys how many mattes are in here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 mattes. That one looks like it has a little shimmer in it, and then it has, it looks like 1, 2, like 4 kind of like glittery shimmery shades, and then 2 shimmer shades. So I'm in love with the mattes. I'm sure the majority of people are. Like, I love matte shades. I have to clean my brushes after this video. It's so bad. So let's go ahead. Oh, I have to use this like mustard shade right here. Let's see if I can figure out what this is called. free refills maybe? You guys, I don't know, but it's that mustard shade. So I'm just gonna put that directly into the crease. Looks so pretty. It's like a mustardy camel shade. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the upper crease too because I love it. This would be a really pretty, like all over the lid shade, like just a one color look. I think this would be gorgeous. So there's lots of like kind of like rosy pink shades in here as well. So if you think of these as quads, each quad would be a really pretty look as well. I'm just kind of like bouncing all over the place because I'm not really exactly sure what I want to do yet. But all kind of like the pink, salmony, rosy shades would be right there, right there, and right there. Would be so pretty too. But I think I'm going to stick to like the warm shades. So let's go in with, I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go in with the darker shade down here. It's kind of like a brick red. I'll apply that in the outer part of my eye. Ooh, it's really pretty. And then I am working that into the crease, but I'm putting the majority of the eyeshadow right here and then blending inwards. And just a little bit of kickback on that one as well. Like, I can definitely smell the coffee scent when I hold the palette up to my nose, but I can't really smell it like when I'm taking the eyeshadow. Like, my brush doesn't smell like it or anything. I love this palette. I knew I would. The second I saw it, I was like, I need that. Should we do a halo eye maybe? I feel like I always do like semi-cut creases. So let's do a halo eye today. So I'm taking that same dark red shade and I'm applying it on the inner part of my eye. And then blending up. And I always bring my eyeshadow like right above my natural crease, like my eyelid crease, because I want my eyes to look bigger. And I think I'm going to take just a little bit of this super dark brown in the palette just to make the outer corner and the inner corner a little bit darker. Just a smidge, like just a tap. And I'm just going to tap on top of that red shade on both sides. Okay, now I'm just going to wipe off my brush. Oh yeah, this is a Morphe R39. It's like a Sigma E28. I can never remember the name of that brush. Going back in with the red shade, I'm just going to blend a little bit more of that into my upper crease just to further create that halo effect. I'm gonna go back in with my original brush that I was using. This is a double-sided like profusion brush, so I'm just taking the fluffier side, going back in with the mustardy shade and just putting that back up here, like kind of in my outer crease area. Just want to deepen that up a little bit. Plus, I love that shade, so I want it to show up as much as possible. feel like I have a little area over here that's not really blending. My skin is so dry right now, like even like my eyelids, like everything about my face is super dry right now. I think it's because I've been going to the beach like every single Sunday for the last like 3 Sundays, I think. That water, like I have to get in the ocean, like obviously, and I feel like that the ocean water is just taking a toll on my skin. Because I haven't been this dry. It's not even winter time and my skin is like drier than it is in the winter time. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go back in with the red shade again, and I'm just gonna build this shade up some more just because I want it pretty dark. I'm just kind of marrying the outer corner and the inner corner together. And I like to just like roll the brush like in between my fingers, if you can see, and that just really creates that like half moon, I guess. You can see, just kind of does all the work for you if you roll it in between your fingers. Going back in with the super dark brown just a little bit. Put a little bit up there as well. This palette is so legit, you guys. I'm having, like I said, a little bit of trouble blending this right here. Like I can see it, but I'm pretty sure it's just my skin because over here is fine. So okay, now we have to decide on the shade that we're going to use for the halo eye. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch all of them. So that's what they look like. I think we should do, let's do the gold shade that's in the palette. I think I'm going to apply it with my finger first. So this is the shade right here that I'm going to be taking. I'm going to use my pinky finger first. And I always like to go like straight up towards the center of my brow. Ooh, you know what's weird is like this kind of has like a wet look to it, this shade. It's interesting. So I think if you wanted a softer look, you should definitely use a finger, like a dry finger, but I want to see if I can like amp it up. So I'm just going to get the other side of this Profusion brush wet. It's similar to a MAC 242. Use MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to dip into that gold shade and just see if it makes a difference. Oh, it looks like it does. It made it like really metallic. Okay, wow. It made it like really metallic and like super wet looking. Okay, getting the brush wet into the shadow is the way to go, unless you want something that looks a little bit more natural, but oh wow. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for that shadow to kind of like dry down a little bit, so that way I could go back in with the matte shades and just kind of blend everything together so it's not just like huge stripe and then these sides aren't blended into it. So I'm just going to take the exact same shades that we already used. So let's go in with the shade right here. This is a Profusion Small Firm Eyeshadow, ES4. Profusion has some really good eye brushes, so I'm just going to take that, run it on my lower lash line, and I always like to drag the lightest shade down pretty far because I like a super like smoked out lower lash line. So I always take the lightest shade and drag it. Like this kind of helps too. If you squint, then you can really feel like where to go, and then I just go right underneath that. Let's go in with the mustard shade. Apply that right above that other shade. Now I'm going in with the dark red shade at the bottom, and I like to put the darkest shades closest to my lash line. So I'll put this literally like right on my lash line. And then I'll take the darkest brown, just a dab, and I'll only put that on the outer corner, right on the lash line. And then I'll work it up like this, so that way everything is connected. And with this flat Morphe brush, and I'm going to take the red shade again and just buff over each side so everything's blended nicely together. And then I'm going to take my finger and that gold shade and just reapply that right at the very bottom, just for like an extra pop. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys for a quick second. I'm going to apply some lashes. I'm just going to use these Tati TL4 lashes. I use these all the time. This is like the 10th time I've used them. I'm just going to use those, and I'm not going to apply any eyeliner, like no black liner, I don't think, because I just want you to be able to see the halo eye. And then I'm just going to run a little bit of MAC Costa Riche in my waterline, and then I'll come back and we'll start on the lip glosses. Alright, so I'm back. I went ahead and lined my lips with MAC Strip Down as well. So let's go ahead and swatch these lip glosses. I love every single shade. Let's start off with the nudist one first. This is in the shade La Vida Mocha. And it's a flat doe foot. Ooh. So this is what it looks like. It's a really pretty like pinky nude shade. Gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this on my lips as well. Oh, these smell like coffee too. Okay, love the shade. So pretty. And they're like a smidge sticky, but not terrible. Try not to wipe off my lip liner. Let's move on to the next one. This is just like a straight kind of baby pink shade. This one's in No Foam O. Same flat doe foot. I'm gonna swatch them all side by side. So that's, you can see, maybe you can see better over here. I never know. It's not as pink as it looks in the tube, that's for sure. I thought this one might be like my least favorite, but this one's really pretty too. Like, I just thought it was gonna be like way too pink, but it's perfect. I love the applicator. The doe foot's really nice. This kind of reminds me of like a MAC Angel gloss. And then the last one, it's the darkest one. This is like a dark, it looks like a dark like mauve-y nude shade. This is called Deja Brew. Ooh, that's really pretty. These are like the perfect fall colors. Look at that. These nude glosses are so beautiful. I love them. So this is like a my lip color shade. Yeah, I love all three. I don't really care for the coffee smell, but all the glosses are gorgeous. I love how wet these glosses make my lips look too. Like, I always look for that like when I'm buying a lip gloss, and I think that looks really pretty. Like, my lips look wet and juicy. I love it. Again, here are the swatches of all the lip gloss shades. Love. I think they would also be really pretty on top of lip colors as well. Ooh, I wish they would have came out with like matching lipsticks. That would have been awesome. Maybe they'll expand the collection because I think that's a really good idea. So I totally forgot to highlight my inner corner of my brow bone. So I'm just going to take this shade right here. It does have like a little bit of shimmer in it. It kind of reminds me of this MAC, what's it called? Jaclyn Hill used to use it all the time. I can't remember the name of it. Brow bone. Okay, it definitely showed up better up there than it did in my inner corner. There we go. Much better. Just want to show you a quick few finger swatches of the matte shades that I didn't use. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch those now. I already showed you guys the glitter ones, but I want to show you the matte ones I didn't use. Oh my gosh, they feel so buttery. So here's these four. Look how pigmented those are. They feel so buttery and so smooth. But yeah, I am not the biggest fan of the smell, and I love me some coffee, don't get me wrong, but yeah. And that's these two right here. These are on the bottom. So just to sum up this video, because I'm done with my makeup, I 100% recommend this palette. I did see they had an ice cream one too, but this one just stuck out to me more, so I purchased this one. But it makes me want to buy the ice cream one as well because this is so beautiful. It gives me like Makeup Geek shadow vibes, but I mean, Makeup Geek is affordable, but this is like $9 for all these shades. This is definitely a palette that's going to be living on my desk. I love every single shade. If you love warm tones, you need this palette. It is so good. Definitely recommend. Then we have the 3 glosses. Love them. I feel like my favorite one though is like the nudist one, and that's called La Vida Mocha. And then I really like the darker one that I'm wearing. So I guess my least favorite is the kind of baby pink one, but I still love it. So, but just in order, number 1 favorite, 2nd favorite, 3rd favorite, I would still wear all 3 of them, and I still recommend all 3 of them because they're gorgeous. Love the packaging, super cute. I don't really care for the scent, the coffee scent in the palette or the glosses. To me, it's not super overwhelming, but if you are sensitive to scents, definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, here's the completed makeup look. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I tried out the new Wet n Wild Coffee Cat collection, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.